There we go. Thank you for joining us today. We are changing things up just a little bit around here, but we're going to have lots of places for you to consume our material. I appreciate all of you guys who hop on live. We will always do more for our live attendees as we roll this out and keep it going. Roll it out and keep it going. We're going to kind of, we talk about plan, do, review all the time, and Sid and I had to sit back and do that with some things that we had on our plate and things that we were doing and the direction we wanted this to go. And her and I decided if we could just put both of our heads together and start growing that group again and helping people in that group. One thing that we get told all the time is, I wish I had that friend with me in business like you and Jess have, or like you and Sid have. And we've been told that so many times that we finally were like, okay, we need to create that environment for everybody else, right? We kind of had this going for like a few years ago. And we had, like I said, we had one of our partners that kind of decided to go a different direction with her career path. And so we just kind of paused everything until Sid and I could figure out what we wanted to do, right? And after talking at the end of this summer time about how we wanted to operate this and how we wanted this to go, we thought, man, we really should get that group going again. There's a lot of people in there. And I think that's the place that people are looking for, because when people come to us and say, I wish I had that business bestie. I wish I had that person who I could feel like I could do business with, also could do life with, and have someone to check in with and be accountable to. And obviously Sid and I can't be that person for every single person, but we could be that person or those people as a group of people, right? And we could help you find that other person for you too. So we said, let's get the group going again. Let's get real serious about our content. Let's get it batched out to a lot of places so that people can consume it wherever they want, and they can have us as their business besties as we grow this and give you success strategies and mindset and social media coaching and all the things that you guys are continuously requesting. And we can help you potentially find that business bestie for you too, right? We have a group of people. We have a group that you can participate in. We're going to have lots of, I have them sitting over here on the desk next to me because I spent some time putting together some materials for you yesterday. I almost just literally sliced my eyeball again with that paper as I picked it up. I just want everybody to know that I have something going on with this eye today and it's attracting things and I need to be careful. I'm going to put a patch over it. So we're going to have some to-do sheets and some things that you guys will be able to use to grow your business. So those will all go in the group. You'll always have access to those. And like I said, we want to have people on live with us on these Zooms still, even though we're recording and going to batch it out a lot of places. We know that you get most out of it when you attend live and can participate, because we'll always have things you can participate in. And like I said, we'll try to do more and give more to our friends that join us live. Okay. So topic for today, we have approximately, obviously we're a little bit into September, but we had the holiday weekend here, but we have approximately 120 days left of the year. And we always do these kind of like last 90 day runs starting in October. So I said, let's put all of that together and combine it, because for me, I always look at January 1st, obviously, as like the new year, the new start, the new goals, the new to-do list, all the new things that we want to do to accomplish our dreams and our goals and our vision boards and all those things. And then we roll around through summer and everybody gets a little bit lazy, me included. I spend a little bit too much time out by the pool and hanging out with friends and doing all those things. And by the time Labor Day rolls around, we kind of have one last hoorah weekend and we sit down and map out our goals and what we want to accomplish for the rest of the year. And so what I was thinking is, what if we spent all of September not slowing our goals down, because there's some things we should be still working towards, and we will be doing that all through September. But kind of what I want to take us through is a massive plan in September. I have all the weeks. Sid and I sat down and planned out all the weeks for the rest of the year so that all of this flows and it makes sense. And you guys will have a ton of training and tools and things to take with you. But I always sit and do this plan, do, review in September of what in January did I not accomplish. And if you remember, or were on a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, we talked about SMART goals again and reviewing those from the first of the year. What I want to do in September is take the one most important one to you that has not been accomplished yet. And I don't know what that is for you. It could be a number of things. It could be a rank that you're trying to hit in your company. It could be a revenue goal for your business. It could be a weight loss goal. It could be It could be a faith-driven goal. It really honestly doesn't matter to me what it is. Most people are probably going to have monetary or number figure type goals where we can measure. Definitely want something that we can measure. So whatever that biggest goal is for you from now until the end of the year, I am not going to ask you to shout it out. Actually, I will. If you can put in the chat, because you already know what that is, I would love to know about it. If you need time to think about that today or the next couple of days, that's okay too. This SMART goal sheet that we have, I'm going to drop it again because I've been dropping it in different places. I saved it. I'm going to drop it into the page that I'm talking about, which is just our Hustle and Slay group that a lot of you are already in. If you are not, we will get you the link to it and make sure you're in there today. All of the things like this, we're going to be dropping in there so that we have a place to house them. I want you to just take that one goal that you're thinking of. And I really want you to spend some time focusing on it today so that you know this is for sure the one that you want to work on for the rest of the year. Okay. It's like without a doubt, hands down, this is the one that you really want to focus on. And I'm not saying you can't have multiple ones. You can obviously have multiple ones, but what we want to work with you on is how to get that one goal. If we can teach you how to win, and we're going to step this out, like from now until the end of the year, it's not going to just be, let me use one example for a goal. So let's say you are trying to make it to X rank in your company, and you have to get between now and the end of the year, your month over month is going to have to grow by $20,000. Okay. We're going to take that and break it down. So starting October 1st, because we're going to do all the planning for it, you're going to be working towards it, but it's going to get really serious in the last 90-day run. Not that we're not serious this month. I want to be careful about what I'm saying. You need to use this month too to be growing that, but we're going to teach you some things over this month that you can implement so that your last 90-day run, there is absolutely no excuses, because we're already at September 6th. I have some things I want you to do to set aside, rearrange schedules, talk to family. I mean, I'm talking serious. So this is one of your bigger, hairy, scarier goals. But you have to put it through the SMART goals funnel, because I want to make sure that it's measurable, it's time bound, it's achievable. We could actually do this in that 90 days. It's realistic, and it's well defined. So I definitely want you filling out the sheet for that goal once you've picked it, because we're going to put together some action items. We're going to put together an entire execution plan this month to start on, but to really go hard as of October 1st. Okay. So I want to make sure that this is the goal for you, and this is the one that you want to work on, and this is the one you want to get really serious about. And you were like, okay, gloves off, like I'm ready to go. Maybe gloves on. I don't know, maybe gloves on, because we're going to go fighting together. So once we get that, we're going to help you break down into steps, like what we're going to achieve. And maybe we'll break it down into weeks, or maybe we'll break it down into months of what we're going to achieve each one of those weeks or months during that 90-day time frame, because we're going to celebrate with everyone little small wins. So I hope, because this is kind of an accountability type place to hang your hat, and that's what that group will be for you, I'm hoping that everyone will share their big, hairy, scary goal with the group. If you don't want to, it's okay. We won't make you. But what we have found when Sid and I do things together is that if we're very clear with each other about what the goal is, we hold each other accountable. So part of that, when people come to us and say, I wish I had a Sid, or I wish I had a Jess, I wish I had that kind of friendship, I wish I had that accountability, but you guys have fun together at the same time. We want to be that for you. But we want you to be very transparent about what it is that you're working towards. Because if we can be transparent with this whole group, Erin's working towards this rank in her company by the end of the year, and she is ready to rock and roll. We want everybody to be able to celebrate her small wins with her. So we're going to help you break down all of your small wins and what those are, and what you're going to reward yourself with when you get that small win. And then the whole group in that group is going to celebrate with you. Okay. Because what I talked about, I think it was last week, was living in the gap versus the gain, living in the gain versus the gap. We want this entire rest of this year to be about living in the gain and not in the gap. So we're going to focus on those little small wins along the way to the big one. Otherwise, we're living in the gap. We're living in that trying to get somewhere and never giving ourselves a pat on the back. We're trying to get somewhere and we don't have a well thought out, laid out plan to attack and execute to get to that. So we hope that you will commit to spending the next 120 days with us at least, because you know that's going to roll around to the new year and we're going to kick something else off after that. So Sid's going to always be on Wednesdays. I will always be on Mondays, but just remember, if you miss us, we're going to push this content out on a lot of platforms. And guys, come with us along for that journey, because this is something like, if you have your own social media driven business, or you have your own type of thing you're trying to create, we want to help you do that and learn from what we're doing. You can follow some of the footprints that we're creating for you with this group, and with pushing things out onto a podcast, and we can teach you all of those things, how we're batching content and how we're doing all those things. We are not just going to preach at you. We are going to take you with us on this journey, and we're going to teach you all the things that we're doing. I know one of the months we just mapped out all tools. It's all tools. Like, I'm going to train on how to set up all kinds of stuff for your team tool wise, so that you have that training and you'll always be able to fall back on it, because we're going to have it cataloged in places. So we have a lot of really great stuff planned for you. So your homework today is to pick that one SMART goal and print out. I will challenge you to print this out if you possibly can. If you cannot get to a printer, then, well, I don't know, write it out on a sheet of paper if you must. But if you can print this out so that you can have it ready, because what I'd love for people to do is take a picture of that when you're done and post. We'll make a thread for it in the group, and everybody can post their one hairy, scary goal they're going to run after together with us in the group. And we're going to help everybody stay accountable to that goal and to getting there. And like I said, next week we'll be plotting out all of the plans. I will ask for volunteers potentially to speak with me on here so that we can go through your goals and everyone can kind of see how some of that will operate. So if you ever want to be one of those people, just, give me a shout in the background and a message, and I'll make sure that that's who I go after when I'm looking for a willing participant. Okay. On another sheet that I'm going to put, some of you guys have seen a version of this. You know what? I am going to share my screen. That is exactly why I kept this up in the background instead of trying to show this to you guys. So here's, can I just get a thumbs up? You can see just the sheet. Okay. So here's the SMART goals sheet, guys. If you are watching this, if you are listening to this, you'll have to go and download them in our group. You can go to hustleslade.com and you'll have links to everything so that you will be able to download these sheets. So SMART goals, that's what this one looks like. If you've never seen it before, I've pushed this out in many capacities. So most of you probably have seen it. That's where you're going to put that's where you're going to print out and put all of your stuff in. And then I would love if you want to take a picture of it, and I'll create a thread in that page that people can share them in. And then this is one that you may have seen a version of. I changed it up just a little bit based on kind of how the flow of things are going to go and what we're going to be training on. So this is a worksheet that you can literally print one out for every single day. If printing is an issue for you, you can even save this and take it up to like a Staples or what are those other ones, Office Depot or whatever. You can print them out. You can also just use this as a template and make a notebook and jot all of these things down in order in your notebook, whatever works the best for you. But what I just wanted to go through with you what the purpose was for this worksheet. So at the top, you'll see focus and main goals. Every single day, I think one of my issues when I get up in the morning is I don't necessarily set goals for the day. I have overall goals, but setting some goals for the day so I know what at the end of the day, what am I trying to achieve? Or I'm kind of all over the place if I don't map that out. And I'm not talking about a to-do list. This is not a to-do list. Maybe your goal for the day is I got all of the stuff on my to-do list accomplished and I feel peace. Sorry, the bus garage is calling me. I feel peaceful. I feel joyful. I still feel at ease. I don't want your goals to be your tasks, if that makes sense. I have the today's mantra up in the corner because I think that it's nice to set a tone for the day. And I don't know what that will be for you, but you can put whatever you want up there each day. And that's how I feel like you're setting your mindset for the day, maybe how you want the day to go. And then your gratitude list, I want to make sure we're doing gratitudes and I ams every single day. And however you do those is okay. If you want to print this out and put it on here, if you have a book, you already put it in. If you have a notebook, you would prefer to put it in, totally fine. This is just another option for you. So at least 5 things that you have gratitude for. Ooh, I just had a little brain failure there. And then 5 statements, I am statements, are super powerful for me every single day. I put this in a notebook every single day. Now that I rearranged this worksheet, I'm going to print these out, put them on my desk. They are getting filled out every single day. My go be great method, what I talk about a lot is making sure we get in our gratitude, our reading, which is like personal development each day. Reading, though, more so than personal development, because personal development could be the last one on this list too. Reading, I actually want you to sit and read or listen to an Audible while you're exercising, whatever it is, but actually putting in something that's like something new that you're going to learn. Oh, I thought I had somebody unmuted there. And then exercise, getting in. I will continue to push this because I think it is super important. I don't care if you walk for 20 minutes a day. I want you to get exercise in every day because I know that it fuels the brain. It starts it going, and it will be one of the pieces that if you keep it in your daily routine, you will get a lot more accomplished. So like I said, I don't care if it's 20 minutes of exercise a day. I'm going to hold everyone accountable to getting that in. And then accountability, showing up to these, showing up in the group. We're going to have checklists every single day in the group, some pretty basic things, but just a place for you to kind of hang your hat and say, I did it today. I got these things done for my goals. I'm on my way. And then training is getting some training in each day. Maybe that's following up with one of these Zooms because you weren't able to get it on it live. Maybe it's some content we've pushed in there. We have a lot of recordings from events we've done in the past. We're going to go dig up some of those and be able to post them in there. So getting some training in each day, whatever that is. And maybe that means training your team. Maybe that doesn't mean training for you. Maybe it means you going and training your people in your team, but getting something in each day. Okay. Tasks, to-do list, today's major tasks, things that you have to get done today, things that cannot be put off past today. And maybe if you're in recruit mode, it's, contact 5 people today. And maybe that goes on your list every single day because for your 90-day run, you have to contact 5 new people every single day. So today's major tasks could change every day, or they could be, some of them, the first 3 could be the same every single day. And then the other 2 are negotiable. But those are your major tasks. Any follow-up needed? Listen, we all have stuff we need to follow up on every single day, business, personal, doctor's appointments, whatever. That's your category of follow-up needed so that you keep everything in one place. And then at the end of the day, I want you to go in here because we are to celebrate this stuff. And I want you to write in your biggest win for the day in that bottom corner. Okay. We have to, on an every single day basis, set the tone for our day at the top and tell ourselves what we did the best that day to create a win. And if you want to share those wins in the page, that's totally cool too. I just want you to take I want you to take inventory each day on what you are winning at so that we remember why we're doing this and what feels good instead of what feels bad. So we'll have both of these worksheets in there for you in that page, and they'll be easily accessible. I also have one more thing I'm going to put in there, and you may not have this until next week. I mean, I'll put it in there, but you may not have this written out until next week. And if you've been around for a while, you've seen these checks before. I don't have it up on my screen, so I can't share it. But I will share the document with you guys, and you can fill out one or both, totally up to you. We had some fun with that at our mastermind, didn't we? When people didn't know how many checks to fill out because there's 2 on the page. One is if you make a boo-boo. No, you can fill out one or both for 2 different reasons. I don't care, but it's a copy of a check. And when you figure out what your big, hairy, scary goal is that we are going to work on, I want you to write yourself a check in the amount of what you're trying to accomplish by the end of the year. So what does that mean? I am Erin Jarrell, and I am trying to rank up to X by the end of December. And if I do that, this is what that means for me monetarily. And she's going to write herself a check. She's going to cut it out. She is going to put it somewhere where it's in her view every single day. I am not talking digital. I am talking print it out and fill it out and cut it out and then post it somewhere where you see it every day, on your bathroom mirror, on your car dash, on your desk right in front of you that you sit at every single day, on your refrigerator, somewhere that you're going to see it every day, multiple times a day. I want that cut out. And we want it to be reasonable. If you really don't think that you're going to make $1 million in the next 120 days, please don't put $1 million on that. Okay. Let's put something that's pretty reasonable. And this is like, you can do this however you want. This is just for you. You can say, all right, if I hit that goal by the end of December, I am going to go get, here's one thing I've wanted to do, laser hair removal. I'm going to call and find out how much it is. I'm going to set it as my goal, and I'm going to write myself a check in the amount of the laser hair removal. And I'm going to, if I hit my goal, I'm going to reward myself with that. And that's the cost of it. And that's what I'm putting on my check. Or you can say, if I hit this goal by X, there's some bonuses out there right now, right? If I hit X by this date, I am going to earn this amount of money. I'm going to write myself a check for that amount of money because I'm going to earn that and that bonus. That's totally cool too. However you want to do it, I just want you to have something in front of you that you're working towards and that we're concentrating on throughout this entire process so we don't forget what the reward is. We're going to do some small wins along the way. Okay. Yep, that's what I just talked about. And they are not just, we'll do that on a separate Zoom, but that they're not attributed to rank, just so you are aware. Mary, we can talk about that later. Thank you for posting that link there, Sid. If you guys are not in that group where we're going to house a lot of the information, we're going to put replays in there, we're going to put all of these documents in there and things each week. That's the group that you'll want to be in. It's been up and running for a while. We just have not been in there working in there for a while. So thank you guys for hopping on at a completely different time today. We will still continue Monday and Wednesday mornings. If we change it from 8:30 to 9, we will notify you pretty quickly and let you know that that's what the time change is. And if that's a problem for your schedule, I apologize. We will have this consumable in a lot of different ways, but thank you so much for hopping on this morning. I am very excited for the last 120 days. I'm really excited to help work with you guys. Like, I'd say one-on-one, this isn't one-on-one, one-on-group, where we can help be your business besties and we can be accountable to each other for whatever goal that is that you're trying to achieve. And we can work through it all literally together as a group of humans that want to see every single person win, no matter what the goal, no matter the size of the goal, and give you some ways to do that. So thank you guys so much. Have a fabulous week. And I will see you next Monday, and Sid will see you this Wednesday. Okay.